Hello everyone, Lisa from Epic Yarn Gems here. Today I am going to show you some finished objects and I am also going to attach the patterns that I used to make these. A couple years ago, a friend of mine had asked if I would make some superhero beanies for a children's hospital. So these are all children's size hats and they're very simple patterns. They're basically double crochet patterns, but I thought you might like to have them if you'd like to make one of these caps. The first cap is a Wonder Woman hat, and you can see that it has the Wonder Woman crown on it, as well as kind of a makeshift of her costume with the stars on the bottom. The one thing I would like to just make a note of is I did these hats, like I said, several years ago when I started to get back into crochet. So if I were to do this today with the white, I would make sure that it was actually behind the blue so that you could not see that white carrying thread that is going around. This next beanie is a Captain America beanie. It does have his star just like his shield. The one thing with the star on this one and the Wonder Woman cap is I did not include that in the pattern. One, I was just learning how to do it and kind of practicing. So maybe I'll do a video kind of similar to what I did with the flower video on how to make different stars and different size stars, and then I will attach it to these videos later. But this was the Captain America hat that I made, and I will attach the pattern for this one as well. These next couple beanies are actually Batman beanies. They are in the color of Batman. And the decals or the logos that I got, I actually picked these up at a couple different stores back in 2019. And that was at Hobby Lobby and Joann Fabrics. And also, I was able to order these at Amazon. So, the way that I got them to be on the hats is they are iron-ons. So, when you are doing iron-ons with acrylic yarn, it does kind of mesh them together a little bit. So, when you are putting on any of these decals or logos or whatever, they're, I can't remember what they're called, but just be careful that you don't scorch the yarn. So be very careful when you are um, ironing these little logos on. This next cap is a Superman cap, and it's made with the colors of Superman, which is a royal blue, red, and a yellow. Again, this is an iron-on patch or decal, and my recommendation is to just be very careful when you do put them on. This next cap that I have for you is Iron Man. If I were making this today, I would have used a waistcoat stitch rather than a double crochet. And because of that, I did not include the pattern, but I just wanted you to take a look at some of the work that I had done to make this Iron Man cap. Another thing that I would have done is I would have made his face not quite as wide. I would have made it a little more narrow so that it did look a little more like Iron Man, but I'm sure whatever child received it, they were happy with it. But um, since it was something that I had worked on, you always want your work to come out how you see it in your mind. And this one did not quite come out like I had wanted, but it still turned out pretty nice. And the last cap I'm going to show you here was a rendition of Spider-Man. Again, if I were to do this one over, I would have used a waistcoat stitch rather than a double crochet, and I would have brought the eyes a little closer together. I did not include the pattern for this one. Like I said, I would have done it differently if I were to do it today, but I just wanted you to take a look, and maybe it'll give you some ideas on how to make some of these. I appreciate you spending time with us today, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and actually we have a TikTok now. It just has a couple little videos of Emerald on there and how to start a foundation chain. But check it out if you have some time. And as always, peace, love, and happiness to you all. Take care.